the bench build 6, working on the top now. All right, we got the legs done. I got those on the floor, and I got the slab up on the table. This is gonna be a bit of work. So right now I'm gonna just do layout, see where I need to cut the backside to make it flat, and figure out how long I want it to be. If we're gonna include this big lip, or if this is just gonna be in the way, might have to cut it here, which doesn't make that long of a bench. So, or maybe I rotate it a little bit like this and put my line maybe offset on this board so that the front is, or maybe I put my line back here at an angle to keep the full width. I just have this cutout as part of the bench. So I'm not sure yet. I'm gonna lay it out a little bit and see what happens here. So we're gonna get out this big guy. So if I did that, let's see what that gives us. That puts the very front of the bench at about 18.5. Here it's about 15. And at the very end we're at about 17.5. So it was not really gonna work. So this is gonna take a little figure in quite there. I want to bring it back to here. Maybe leave a little bit of that cutoff edge here so it won't be perfectly square here, but it'll give me a little more depth down here. Because it's a live edge, you know, kind of real wood piece, I'm not too worried about perfectly square and all those kind of things. I want it to be a little rustic. I want it to look like wood, not like I made it out of plywood or something. Let's do that. Here. Yeah. I'm gonna fudge it a little bit, so this isn't gonna be perfectly square, in order to get more depth on this side. So I'm gonna bring it to here. So I could retrim this edge to make it square to how I want the back to be, or it'll just be a little wider at the front. I'm not sure. We're going to think about that a little bit. We're going to go there. We're going to go back just a little bit. And this is going to be my cut line here. Or else the other option is I leave that like that. Keep about that same gap. And I come back to about here. So I might try this first. And see how it looks. And then go from there. I don't really want to cut this 5 times because it's going to be a lot for my saw. This is 2.5 inches thick. Yeah, not 2.5. It's close. Almost 2.5. All right, so far we did a little bit of sanding, a little bit of hand planing on this, smoothing out the surface. It was a lot. I didn't want to show you all the hours of that, but I do have the board laid out, and I put my fence on it, and we're going to cut the back right now. So we're squaring off the back. You can't see it here. Maybe I'll get a better angle, but we are leaving a little bit of the live edge down at this very end. So most of it will be flat, because it already is. The board's this way. We're cutting off a little bit more than I wanted to, but we don't need that much depth on the bench. So we're going to still have some live edge back here to make it look cool, but here we go. I'm going to throw on some safety glasses for this one. I don't know how it's going to go.